The second half of section 2.4, the essential question is, how can I write equations of lines parallel or perpendicular to a given line? So right away you see an example in front of you. That is actually a repeat of day one's lesson, and we're going to do that in class. So save that for then. So let's jump down here. By comparing slopes, that's what we're going to do today, we can determine if lines are parallel or perpendicular.
Okay, and this is kind of just a review. We did this in geometry, so you guys know this, but that's all right. We'll just review.
Here we go. So one thing we should, well, no, actually, no, I'm not going to say that. I want to do this first, and then I will say that.
Perfect.
We're going to graph both of these lines. We know how to do that.
Yeah. This is just y equals mx plus b.
So should we have one of them be one color and another be another color?
Yeah.
Okay.
So remember, our m is our slope, and our b is our y-intercept. Okay, so the first one I'm going to do in blue.
Okay.
So our y-intercept's at 1. Remember, this is our y, this is our x.
Yeah.
So it's where it crosses the y-axis, so we put our dot here. Then our slope is 2, which can be written as 2 over 1.
Right.
So from our point, we can go up 2 to the right 1, or we can go down 2
to the left
back
1.
1.
Either way, we know the line's going to go up and to the right because the slope is positive. Let's see if Miss...
Whoa,
Oh my gosh!
look at that.
That is your best line you've ever done.
Thanks.
Okay, so
All right,
now the other
next
line.
one. I'll do in red. Oh boy, I just kind of covered it. All right, I'll do it in red so that we can compare them. So our slope is 2 over 1, and our y-intercept is -3. So again, start with the y-intercept. So go down 3, put our dot there.
Yeah.
And then our slope is 2 over 1, so we go up 2 over 1, or down 2
to the
back
left 1.
1.
Right. And let's see, oh boy, cross your fingers, everyone. Oh,
Not too bad.
Not too bad. So the question is, what can you conclude about parallel lines?
Yeah.
Well, number one, they don't cross.
They don't cross.
No. So they do not cross. Let's write that. And I'm going to give Miss Boyd a little more room here to write. Another thing is, look at the slopes.
Yeah.
What can we conclude about their slopes?
They were the same.
Right.
They were both 2
so
over 1.
Slopes are equal. That is important. That is what I was about to say before we did the problem, which was I would have given everything away.
Yeah. Now, the one thing I like to point out, Miss Young, is the way I remember parallel is equal is they have 2 equal letters next to each other. They're the same.
Perfect.
And they don't ever touch. So
I
that's
like
how
that.
I remember parallel.
That is a great trick. Well, let's look at these. I think we need to go and graph these two.
Yes. So we have, we have our y equals mx plus b. So I'll do this one in blue.
Okay.
So again, here's my y, here's my x.
Good.
1, 2, 3, 4 is where it crosses the y-axis.
Right.
And this time it's a -3, 2. So I'm going to put the negative with the 3, just so I don't get confused.
I like that.
So I'm going to go down 3, but to the
right 2.
Down 3.
To the 1. Yep, to the right 2. There we go. And notice the line is going down and to the right. That's because our slope is negative. So you know that.
Okay.
Let's look at the other line.
All right, I'm going to do this one in red.
Okay.
So we're going to start at -3. So 1, 2, 3.
And this time we're going up 2 and to the right 3.
2, 3.
And up 2 and to the right 3.
3.
Yeah, there we go. And we draw the line.
Oh, I'm getting better at this.
And again, we know this one's going to go up and to the right because the slope is positive. Well, let's go give Miss Boyd a little more room here to write with easily seeing this too. What can we conclude about perpendicular lines?
Well, they cross.
Yep, number one, they cross. And what do you notice about their slopes?
Well, if I look at this, I have a -3 over 2, and here I have a positive 2 over 3.
So they're opposite, first of all.
And then
there's one more word. Opposite reciprocals. Yes.
Opposite reciprocals.
That is important to know and remember.
Yes. So that's key about
perpendicular lines. Okay, let's see what's next. Oh,
so we just kind of went over that.
I think we did.
Yeah.
So, you can take time and look through here, but we really have already covered that.
Yeah.
Let's look at example 4 and notice what we did here. We have on the side your 5 little steps that you need to follow. So the question is, write the equation of the line in slope-intercept form.
All right.
It's going to be parallel to
parallel means
same slope.
All right.
So it's parallel to the line y equals 5x minus 3, and it goes through the point 1, 4.
Okay.
So step 1.
Find the slope.
Well, gosh, we don't have 2 points, so I can't calculate it.
But Miss Young, it's the same slope, so we just use the same
right.
one.
So m is equal to
5.
Right.
Nice.
Step 2 says pick a point.
Well, they gave us one.
1, 4. Step 3, I think what we're doing here is plugging the x and the y back into y equals mx plus b.
All right, so here's my x.
There's my y. Right.
So I'm going to do 4 equals, my slope is 5. X is 1 plus b.
And
Our
step
next
4
to
is solve.
it. So let's solve this quick. We got a 5 plus b, and here's our 4.
Right. We subtract 5 on both sides.
So we get b equals
Negative 1. There's our y-intercept.
So I'm just going to put b equals negative 1.
I like that. Step 5,
I like to put
we're just plugging our slope and our
plug
y-intercept
it in.
back in. I like that song.
Y equals mx plus b.
All right.
So our y, we leave.
Yes.
Our m is our slope. 5.
Mhm.
We put our x down again, and we have our b.
Mm.
I like to do plus negative 1 because it's mx plus b. That way I don't.
That is totally fine.
You
Let's
could
just
write
write yeah. You also, I will give, Miss Boyd and I will give full credit whether you write 5x plus negative 1 or 5x minus 1. They are both, maybe circle them both because they're both correct.
They're both right.
All right. Let's see what we have on the next screen here, which is example. Oh, we definitely have to do this.
So this time, if we read it, it says write the equation of a line in slope-intercept form
Perpendicular. And notice
So
I even put a little extra line reminding you a line perpendicular to this line would have a slope of...
Okay, well, perpendicular means opposite reciprocal.
Right.
Here is our slope. So opposite, right now it's negative, so it's going to be positive.
Right.
And the reciprocal, we just flip the fraction. So
2 over 3.
2 over 3.
We already know the slope.
Nice.
Step 1 is already done.
1.
M is equal
2
to?
over 3.
All right.
Oops.
Step 2. We
Right.
have to find a point. They
Well,
already
it
gave
gives
us
us
one.
one.
9, negative 2.
9, negative 2.
And step 3, plug everything
And
back
y
in.
equals mx plus b. You guys are going to be pros at this.
So y
So
is
our y,
negative.
let's
Oh, let's label it.
do
Yeah,
that
I
so we
got to
don't
do that.
Forget, negative
Negative
2
2.
equals. Our slope is 2 over 3.
And our x is 9.
9 plus b.
So this leads us into step 4 because we're going to solve right now.
Yes.
And I know you see a fraction times a non-fraction and you panic.
But don't.
Don't. No.
I'm
Let's
gonna do it just a
maybe,
little sidebar.
yeah, let's refresh how you multiply
2
fractions.
over 3 times 9.
Right.
Remember, how can we write 9?
9 over 1.
9 over 1. And then just multiply
Straight across. 9
So
times
2
is 18. And 3 times 1 is,
3.
well, 18 divided by 3?
6.
There we go. So there's our,
All right.
so
we got
that's
6
6.
here. Plus b.
And negative 2
negative 2 equals. All right.
Solve.
So now I just subtract 6.
on both sides.
And I get
Negative 8
equals b.
There's step 4.
So my b equals negative 8.
So let's go on to step 5. Do you need a little more room?
Maybe just a little.
All right, let's slow it down a little bit. There we go.
That's good.
All right, step
So
5,
plugging it in.
plugging
Plug
slope
it
back in and our y-intercept.
All right. So our y stays.
Mm-hmm.
And we get the slope, which is
2 over 3.
Put that x back in. Plus our b, which is negative 8. Or again, you
We
can
can
write
write it as
2/3 x minus 8. Either would work.
Yeah.
So those are what our
That's
answers.
right. And I think we can skip
Yeah,
the next
we'll just skip
one.
the next one. Do it in class.
There's
There you go.
your video questions. See you
All right,
tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.